welcome to Simply Simmons. I'm Deandra Simmons, and today on Simply Simmons, we are making a vegetarian healthy broth for my vegetarians. And whether you're a vegan, vegetarian, or carnivore like myself, we have something for you, trust me. So now we are going to be preparing our vegetarian potato peel broth. So it's really important that you scrub those potatoes really well. This is all you're gonna need: potatoes, celery, carrots, garlic, and onion, because you're using the peel and it has lots of nutrients. It's great for people that are vegetarians. It's hearty. It makes a nice, soupy, thick broth that you're gonna love, depending on how much water you put in it. It's very tasty as well and full of nutrients. So stay with me and we're gonna get all the ingredients ready for our vegetarian potato peel and garlic broth. Literally just take your carrots, cut them in large pieces like this, and 2 carrots, 1 celery stalk, and I'm just keeping the little flower leafy on the end. And with the onion, I love this recipe because I don't have to chop little diced pieces. You're just gonna quarter it, just like this. And then you can have 1 sprig of parsley, 1 garlic clove, and all of it goes in at one time. Unlike the chicken broth recipe, all of this goes in at the same time. Now, with the potatoes, we've scrubbed our potatoes and we are just gonna use the potato peels. So it's really important, that's what we're doing. So save those potatoes and use them for something else, whether you make French fries or mashed potatoes or whatever you want. This is the potato peel broth, and the potato peels are full of all kinds of nutrients. Very important. Lots of vitamins, potassium, all the good things. So if you are a vegetarian, you need to be drinking this broth on a regular basis. Okay, so you're gonna take all the potatoes and do that. Now, I only have 6 because I don't have enough really, but it's fine with 6. Usually I do 6 to 8. If there was 6, I would usually have bigger potatoes, but when I went to the store, they didn't have huge potatoes. So we're just gonna do it like this, and you know what? It'll be fine. It'll taste delicious. Okay, so I'm just gonna finish up the rest of the potatoes and put that on the stove. And this one only takes about 1.5 quarts of water. And then as it boils down or simmers down, then you add more water to get kind of the consistency. Whether you want a thicker broth or a thinner broth, you just add water to your preference. So now I am going to be making the vegetarian broth. And in order to do that, I've got my pot here, and I have 1.5 quarts of water, also 48 ounces if you want to do it that way. So I'm going to pour this in with my vegetables. Less water than the last recipe. And we are going to get that temperature up to also like a probably medium-high heat. And then we're gonna lower it down to a simmer. And after that, then we're gonna add some more water as we go. And we'll kind of just decide, can't get that up. We're just gonna decide kind of what we want this broth to be like. So if you look in here, you're like, that's not a lot of water, but we're gonna keep adding as it decreases. But this is the most wonderful vegetarian broth. I actually, little side note, one time in my life decided I wanted to be a monk. So I lived in a zendo for a short period of time, and I spent all my time in the kitchen because that's what I like to do. They actually loved me being in the kitchen, but then they're like, you need to get out of the kitchen because this is your skill set. You need to get something that you're not comfortable with. But I learned a lot about vegetarian cooking and about eating healthy as a vegetarian and making some delicious recipes. And this is one of the staples in the zendo where I lived for a short period of time and studied 6 hours a day meditating, or 8 hours a day, which is kind of why I left. That and the shaving my head part didn't really appeal to me. Okay, bye-bye. So my potato peel broth has been cooking for about 45 minutes, and so we're going to add some more water to it now. And like I said, you can kind of make this as thick or as, you know, soupy as you would like. So we put another, about say a cup in there, I guess it was. And I'm gonna just continue to let it go for another half an hour or so, and then see if I want to add some more water to this. But it's already looking, it has this perfect brown, delicious color that is exactly the color you want from a potato peel broth. Okay, so I'm gonna take the rest of my stock and I'm going to pour it into my food mill, or you can use a sieve if you want. I don't have one available right this minute. Maybe I don't know where it is. So I'm just gonna do this. And I love this food mill. It does so many great things. And you want great purees, whether you're making a soup or a pureed vegetable, velvety mashed potato, all of the things. It's so good. Okay, so then just make sure you put this thing on right, because that's a big deal too. Once you put it on correctly, you basically just take it, go like this. The reason I'm saying that, I'm making fun of you, is because you put it on wrong, which it looks like you put it on a different way normally, but you put it on the opposite way what you think. It ends up kind of being a little bit of a mess. So as I'm doing this, I'm also going to be moving the vegetables around. This is a little bit difficult because it has the potato peels in it, but what I'm just trying to do is get a little bit of the puree. Ooh, nice sound. And then they go through there and they make a lovely little kind of thicker broth for your soups or whatever you're going to use it for, or just even to have it basically to eat. It's very delicious. So see, the little pieces are coming out at the bottom here, and that's going to be the little puree pieces that I really want to make it a little bit more substantial in my broth. So that's the purpose of this food mill. And there's also different little graters like that you can put in here, depending on what consistency you want. So this is kind of a finer one. But that's really what you do. So there, I'm done with this. And the only thing that I need to do now, see, it has just a little bit of those vegetables. Now, I've not put any seasoning in. So at this point, what I'm gonna do, is I like to use Celtic sea salt. So I'm just gonna put some Celtic sea salt in here. You can put black pepper, you can put some herbs, whatever you like, depending on what you're making, obviously. But this is going to be, for my vegetarian friends, you're going to love it. And like I said, you don't have to have the pureed vegetables. If you use a sieve, it's going to be different. It's going to be a lot more fine, these little vegetables, but food mill works as well. So there you go. There's my vegetarian potato peel and garlic broth. Yummy.